And we're back.
Oh,
We're back. I did do it right.
That was actually pretty good.
And we're back. We're here with
I like his version better.
we're here with BTY Colby Godwin. He has been cool enough to sit down and do a shoot interview with us. We're learning all about Colby Godwin.
All about
him. And like I said, we want to thank you so much for coming out and doing this.
No, thank you.
A lot of guys are getting heat for these. A lot of guys will do them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll get it, but I've already got heat.
Sure. Some of the guys have done them and then call us back and say, no, don't put that on. I want to redo it. Hopefully we won't get that call from you. But,
I have no cell phone.
While you're checking this one out, check out some of the other ones we've got. We've got Jerry Reiner shoot, the Nick Vortex, the Justin Cruz, the Johnny Mays, the Jester McCain, and the Cyrus /
I like the round tables.
The round tables.
I hopefully want to be in a round table.
You want to be in a round
my
table?
opinion means nothing.
Cool, we'll get you in a round table.
That's cool.
Yeah, we'll get you in a round table. But when we left off, we were talking about your current crew. Guys like Cameron Frost, Billy Scotty Rays, Chris Ty, David Prime, Street Bandit. How'd you meet those guys?
Street Bandit I met at SXW.
Okay.
Prime, I met him whenever he was the music dude for James. Hardcore.
Grammar.
What am I calling him?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Whatever you call him.
Mr. Hardcore.
Mr. Hardcore James.
I met Scotty. I didn't meet Billy till later. I think I did. I don't remember. I met Scotty when we were doing the Flow gimmick, Future Legends of Wrestling, which I still think is a great idea that nobody wants to use. Anyways, I met Scotty through that. Chris, I talked to him on the phone a few times. He's helped me out a lot. And Frost, now, I'll go ahead and say it. He thinks I'm kidding, but, I know how Jerry has man love for Frost.
I do. I
saw Frost and Chipley before I started, this is after I got shelled. The whole situation. I saw Frost work Bombs Loco, a.k.a. Scotty Rays. And when I saw that match, when he hit that Omega Crusher off the top rope.
The spinny thing, is that called?
Yeah, the spinny thing. It's beautiful. It's kind of hard for me to take it, because I'm a fat fuck and I have to spin 260, 280 around. But anyways, that whole match, I was hooked. And then I still find it quite an honor to, wrestle Cameron Frost after I saw that match, There's still, there's guys, sitting in this room in different places that I still want to work, but, that's what got me hooked. Well, I kind of fell out of it, like, a lot of people that do drugs and say, oh, I quit,
Right.
I kind of fell out of it and come back into it. Like, that was one of the reasons why I come back and do it was Cameron Frost. And he thinks I'm lying, but I'm being totally serious.
Right.
It's a shoot video.
And he's fucking sexy.
Yeah, I'm not gay, but man, that's one, that's one sexy.
If I had to fuck a guy, probably Cameron Frost.
His face is probably all red.
Yeah, I'll save this. Speaking of guys we don't want to fuck, let's move right to Billy. Wait. Everybody wants to fuck him, too.
Yeah.
Chris Ty, do people want to fuck him?
No.
Let's talk about Chris Ty. You said Chris Ty helped you. Sorry, Chris.
We're just ribbon.
We want to fuck you too.
You talked to, you're friends with those guys.
Right.
So how did you get from the point of seeing a guy work to befriending them and kind of being part of their crew? I mean, because you're lumped into that Panama City, Fort Walton Beach, that area.
Yeah, I'd rather be called Team Hybrid because that Panama City, Fort Walton Beach, that's them when they started training. I know where... I don't roll into that mix until the whole Team Hybrid work comes around. When I first come into HPW, it wasn't, Bradley Taylor Young, Mr. BTY.
Bradley Taylor Young.
Yeah.
Explain that. I've heard that.
Can I explain it a little bit? Because,
yes,
we're not even close to that point.
Okay.
Because I leave HPW, I no-show,
As Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph Godwin.
Okay.
The Flow gimmick, So anyways, I do 2 or 3 shows. And me and...
How'd you get on that show?
Big Timer. He messaged board, the wonderful world of Button Man.
Does he have another name? Because I don't know who Big Timer is.
His name's Michael Butters. He's cousins with Dustin Butters. Dustin Michaels. He's a big guy.
His last name's Butters?
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
Big Southport Mark.
Yeah, that's funny.
But he gets us booked, and we show up, and it's... I'm kind of confused because there's guys that I haven't seen. There's still guys that I do see, like T-Bolt. Is it Stash?
Yeah.
Anybody heard of Stash? Yeah. I don't think he works around here anymore, but yeah, T-Bolt, Stash, David Mercury, who, I wish I could wrestle David Mercury.
I know the name.
Yeah, I know Frost and everybody else. A few people know who I'm talking about, but he's down in the Orlando area. He's awesome. He calls himself GOAT, greatest of all time, just anything.
Okay.
So anyways, those kind of guys. Anyways, I have a match against one of my friends who lives in North Carolina now that got me booked in North Carolina. It was all right, but like I said, you really couldn't expect too much out of me because I'm taking whatever else I see off TV or DVD. And by that time, you know, I wasn't around for I never got to. I watched a few ECWs on TNN, but sorry,
it's all right.
ECW on TNN. Can't say no. Not that fucking mark. Anyways, I watch ECW and I start falling in that shit like Rob Van Dam.
Sure. So this was
Jerry Lynn.
98, 99 era.
Yeah, but I wasn't around for it. I saw like 2 matches. Like the first TNN they showed, that was Rob Van Dam, Jerry Lynn. I saw that and that was it. And I swore on my life I thought that shit was real. I was like, no, tell me first, no, ECW's real, man. Fuck that WCW shit. This is awesome. So anyways, I'm taking what I see off videotapes that I have that, you know, the cameraman for SXW made for me, you know, and I'm taking everything I see and I iterate it. And the whole HPW thing lasted about 3 shows. I win the tag belts through a gauntlet.
After 3 shows?
After 3 shows.
They put the tag belts on you?
And this is the only thing I'll say about John Riker. Or, you know, I like him. And I really do. I really do thank him for what he's done for me, because if it wasn't for him bringing me in when I wanted to quit, I wouldn't be here. There would be no BTY. Somebody else would have that gimmick, and the gimmick was given to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was given to me by AWOL, Paul.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was his idea, a video game. He made Brother Tell Young. He gave it to me. So anyways, I do 3 shows, I win tag belts, then we lose them to Dan Delicious, who I think's an awesome dude.
Yeah, great guy.
John
As we
Riker.
all do.
We love him.
First time I took a table shot, choke slam off the apron, boom.
Ugh.
Knocked myself out cold.
That's 2.
No, that's 3 because Fantasy did that before me. So anyways, I no show because I'm at spring break. That's when I'm a second year senior. I'm still a kid, you know, in a way. I'm still a teenager. I want to get drunk, see titties and everything else, try and get ass, split tail, whatever. And then I get a phone call, and I was kind of split between SXW and HPW because, you know, my loyalty is at SXW.
Of course.
And this dude gave me a belt, so yeah.
Right.
So, anyways, that's whenever I took a hiatus.
Uh-huh.
I have no showed before I got serious. I no showed James probably like 8 times.
Like just completely no showed, or did you call
no
him?
show. I'm saying I'm coming, then I'd say I can't make it because.
Would you give him a few hours notice?
Yeah, I called him before the show. I wasn't like a lot of guys say, you know, you'll be on the card like you're like, okay, this dude's going to be here, you know. It's like, why the fuck isn't he here in the first place, you know? The belt's already started. If I want to be at a show, I want to be there at least a few hours, really. If I can make it because of my job, I can't be there early all the time. But anyways, yeah, I just no-showed him, called him, like, I can't make it, or sometimes I wouldn't even call.
You wouldn't?
No.
Wow.
And that's why I had such a bad reputation that nobody wanted to use me for a while.
So if you weren't the jock, you were never there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the jock. Fucking hate that.
Sorry to bring it up.
That's all good. But anyways, yeah. So that's where the whole HPW stint come in. Flow. That's where Bombs Locos.
You said Future Legends of Wrestling.
Future Legends of Wrestling.
So it was like a little faction?
Yeah.
Who was in it?
Me, Big Timer, the guy from North Carolina, Firebird, who trained with Dory Font Jr., Bombs Loco, Scotty Ray's.
Was he Bombs Loco at the time?
Yeah, he's Bombs Loco. I still love that game, Bombs Loco. But yeah, that was basically it. If I could think of anybody else, but that was it. And that when I no show, they took Flow into they called it the Future Fantasy, and everybody was throwing that part. But yeah, that feels like that's kind of dull. But yeah,
that's fine. So even though you kept no showing and didn't call, he still would book you.
Well, yeah, I mean, because he believed in me, you know.
Wow.
I mean, there's certain guys. Yeah, he's a nice guy, and I'm not gonna sit here and shit on James, but you know, for somebody to keep saying I see something in you,
oh yeah,
blah blah blah, you know, because if you didn't, because I'm glad somebody had vision in me, because it's like, you know, for somebody like me that has a lot of daddy issues and everything, it's like, you know, you really don't believe people. Like when somebody says you did a really good job, I'm like, really?
Right.
I try to stay modest and humble, but then again, I've got that doubt in the back of my head.